So there's a little update video. I haven't done a video in ages on my Mercedes, and been looking at some of the corrosion on this thing, and I don't know if you can see that. It's supposed to be metal. You're not supposed to be able to see the floor there, so it's pretty rusty. Yeah, I'd already done some of the other rust on the car, and I didn't think this bit was going to be that bad, but yeah, bit of a wake-up call to just how rusty Mercedes can get, especially the 90s things. Well, should have known. Oh well, I'm going to cut the rust out now, and I'll be back to you in a minute. Managed to cut all the rust out. Nearly fell over. Cut all the rust out. Started making a few little patches. This is like the support for the bumper bracket that I've made. It's something like that. Goes up onto the chassis leg. Not available from Mercedes anymore, that part, so had to make it. And then this bit is another bit. It's going to go something like that. Well, roughly like that. And that's not finished yet either. Just about to tack that first bit on, give it a bit more support, and get this side done. Just want to get this side done before I even attempt to start this side. So I need to keep some references on where these bumper brackets go, etc. This side's pretty bad. And yeah, here we go. So I've finished welding this side. It's just some red primer I put on there. This is the stuff I cut out. So it's not the prettiest job. I'm not the best fabricator welder in the world. Never claimed to be, but much better than a lot of rust in there. So I've made the new bumper tag there to mount the bumper. Some booger welds, there we go. I'm going to cover that with seam sealer, paint it black. Not going to bother painting it body colour. Once all the bottles are back in and the air filter's back in, I won't see any of this. This side looks okay, this side looks terrible. This is the next job. But actually this side isn't as bad, there's just more things in the way. Got the air conditioning in the way. There's a little hole here as well. Little hole there to weld up. But yeah, this bracket is nothing. So although my welds the other side aren't the best, it's 10 times better than this crap. So there we go. That's my next job. So hopefully I'll have this done soon and I can get it on the road. Welded up. It's not looking that pretty at the moment. I'll clean it up and that'll come good. Got the other side together. Can't really see anything's been done. Put a bit of black paint on there in the end. As if you can see. No, I can't see anything. Nothing at all. Once all that stuff's on, don't see any of this welding I've done. So maybe you can see something there. Just seam sealed it, painted it black. Job done. Let's go put the other. Well, there's one last patch to weld in. Just here. Got to be careful. There's some plastic stuff behind there. The last patch to do. Put some rust cure on the doors, and it's gone black for some reason. But did the same on this arch and just put a bit of primer on it for now. I think I'm just going to do a rough job with the arches, just so I can drive it, and then I'll pay someone to paint them properly later on. It's looking like there's light at the end of the tunnel finally. So that's me done for the day. Seam sealed it a bit. Looking a little bit better. Going to paint it tomorrow. and did the final last patch there. No hole anymore. Seam sealed, not the prettiest jobs. There we go. Put a little bit of primer on the door, looks a little bit better. So yeah, that's me done. Bumpers on, wings on. Bumpers seem to fit okay still. And this one sits out a little bit more than this one. I think that's just because there's a whole new mount that I made there, and I managed to salvage the original one on this side. But it's nothing really that visible on the repairs. You can just about see there's a little patch there with some seam sealer on it. I just painted the rest black. I can't really see it. Yeah, nothing to see really. Never know it was done. So it's gone from a scrap car to having a bit more life in it now. So, actually the wing gaps are still okay, considering I had them off. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, so I'm going to be using the car next week from Tuesday. Going to be insuring it for the weekend. I need some better wheels on this thing, but these will do for now. Sort of it was looking a bit sorry for itself before, but I've managed to I put a little bit of paint on the rear arches. I've done a shit job. Done a rubbish job, sorry. You can sort of see. I didn't really filler it. I just thought I didn't really want it primer, so I just put a little bit of body silver on them and lacquer on them. And this side's probably a little bit better. It's hard to see on the camera, but in real life it's not that good. But I put a bit on silver on the bottoms of the doors just so it doesn't catch my eye as much when I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a wash probably tomorrow, and it'll be good to go. I've started driving the e300 now. Pretty impressed with it. It goes better than I thought it would. If you run it lower than a quarter of a tank, it doesn't go very well. I think it must be sucking air in there in the tank in the pickup. But I put some fuel in there, and it's got half a tank now, and it goes much better. I think it was just sucking up too much air really, and the air was getting in the fuel, just not enough fuel getting through. Handles well, goes around corners quite well. I was surprised by that, and the actual ride quality is really good. The brakes pull up really well, acceleration just spot on really for a car this big. It does move. It's got one issue that I'm going to look at now. It's got a bad hot start. It starts, but when I was at the petrol station, it didn't start. So the battery might come to life. The cold start's spot on. So I have got another battery. I might give it a chance, but tomorrow I might put on I've got an AGM battery of a 1 Series diesel, and it's got loads of power. And that this is a Mercedes battery fitted to this one still, so I don't really know how long it's been on there. Yeah, just going to give it a bit of a clean up inside now. So you can see it's a bit scruffy inside, so just going to clean up the outside, give it a vacuum out, and look forward to driving it tomorrow.